How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the Crypto Unveiled YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Joystream, or Joy for short. You can see the current price of Joystream is 0.0013 cents per Joystream, and you can see the market cap is at a low $1.47 million, guys. This is probably one of the lowest market caps I've seen Joystream actually be on. And, a lot of people will be looking at this graph right now, down over around 40% from when it first released, which of course is not the best thing to see. But the people who are, who see the potential in Joystream and are here to hold out for the future might actually see this as a great opportunity to actually get hold of more Joystream, because maybe in the future we might not ever see this opportunity come back around again for a coin like Joystream. So yeah, like I said, $1.47 million in the market cap, which I believe is extremely undervalued right now. So the 24-hour volume is sitting at just under $185,000, actually up 1.85%, and you see the volume to market cap ratio is actually sitting at a very high 12.52%, which is always very, very nice to see. You guys, if you've been watching my videos, I like it to be around a 5 to 8% is probably a really good, healthy point to be with the volume to market cap ratio. So 12% thing is, of course, very good to see. A lot of volume is always a good thing, I would say. The total supply of Joystream is just sitting around 1.1 billion, with the current circulating supply sitting at 1.08 billion. So almost all of the total supply is almost already circulating, which again, pretty good thing to see. I would like to see, personally, I would like to see the circulating supply maybe be a bit lower, just from the fact that, they're not really going to have much room to actually put more coins onto the market. So I'd like it to be a bit lower, but, of course, you can't be looking at everything from the most ideal standpoint. So, I'd rather have the circulating supply higher compared to the total supply, rather than it be really, really low and your position actually get diluted. So again, not the worst thing, but maybe could be a little bit better with the circulating supply being a little bit lower. But again, not the end of the world. Again, if we go back to the graph and we look at all time, actually Joystream was actually down 40% from when it first released, which I said a second ago. Not the greatest thing to see. You always want to see, if you look at the bigger picture, the all-time, you always like to see that in the positive, of course. But like I said, if you are actually here to hold Joystream, buy maybe more now. This would be a great buying opportunity right now. And yeah, if you're in it for the long run and you're here to actually stay, you're here to hold Joystream, this would actually be a golden opportunity for you to actually invest maybe more into Joystream if you were actually wanting to actually, acquire some more. So over the last year, actually down 80%. But again, I don't believe this is completely Joystream's fault. The whole of the altcoin market this year hasn't been doing very well. So we've seen this across the whole of the altcoin market. No matter how good or bad the coin is, in your own opinion, I believe the market as a whole has taken a very, very big hit this year. And again, this is just very normal to see in, this can happen in the traditional stock market or in the cryptocurrency space. Things go up and down. We go into bull markets, we go into bear markets. We've had in the past, in the last of 3 or 4 years ago, we had a very, very strong bull market, extremely strong, one of the biggest bull markets I've ever seen. But then shortly after that, we saw quite a stagnant period in cryptocurrency. Not really much was going on, and now this might actually be a very strong bear market. But like I said, this goes in cycles, so hopefully we'll start to see another bull run happen soon. But who knows? Only time will tell. But this is a little bit of a better sign right here. You can see over the last month, Joystream is actually up almost 11% on the month, which of course, very, very nice to see. And like I said, I do believe that we're seeing a lot of altcoins starting to take a little bit of a turnaround. Not massive hike up in price, but we're just starting to see a lot of altcoins go back into the green now. And hopefully this is a sign to, for what's to come, and the altcoin market completely hit a whole, a 180, and start to actually pump up again instead of seeing always negative numbers. Over the last day, down 6.2% again. This is very, very normal to see, not much at all. But if you look at the 7 days, up 3% over the last month, almost up 11%, which again, really, really nice to see. So what actually is Joystream all about, you might be wondering. So as you can see here, we are on the official Joystream website, which is joystream.org, if you want to come check it out for yourself. But it says here, this is their sort of a little bit of an explanation, I guess you could say, about Joystream. A video platform protocol empowering many different people. So you can see built on and operated by the Joystream blockchain and DAO. So what actually is Joystream all about? You can see here they've got a video here if you want to come and check it out on the website. It gives a really good explanation of what Joystream actually is. But I'm going to put it in the most simple way. Joystream is basically I guess you could say a protocol which you can actually build your own decentralized applications. But with Joystream, the biggest one they focus on right now is a platform called Gleave, which is, I guess you could call it it's a decentralized video platform. And it is just, it's just completely free speech. It's another one of those things where I believe we're going to start to see this more and more in the future as more platforms out there start to get more censorship, and people are just starting to get sick and tired of it. And so there's been a lot of applications already in the traditional space, like I believe Kick is one of them, which is very anti-censorship, so they basically let you post whatever you want on there. I think Rumble's another good one, a good example. But yeah, it's basically exactly like YouTube, for example, where you can post any sort of video on there. And it also works the same as YouTube, where you can just go on there, search whatever video you want, and there's content creators which actually post these videos onto Gleave. And what is also so great about Gleave is you can actually sync up your YouTube channel to Gleave, so any time you post onto YouTube, it will automatically get synced up to Gleave and post that video on Gleave as well. And I believe you actually do still get a little bit of kickback from that as well, so you actually do get paid a little bit of money just for basically just syncing up your YouTube to Gleave, and it takes literally a couple buttons and it'll be all synced up, and you don't have to do anything else, which I believe this is one of the strongest points about Gleave is getting people onto Gleave without them having to put too much effort into Gleave, with making their own personal different videos for Gleave compared to YouTube, which is I believe that is one of the main reasons why Gleave has seen so much success so far, is because of the ease of use and the ease to get started on Gleave. You can also see they've got a few other different decentralized apps on here as well, which again, really nice to see. But yeah, what's so great about Joystream is you can actually launch your own video app right here, right on this website. You press on this button here, and I believe they actually make it very simple and easy for anyone to actually go on here. No matter, I don't believe you actually need that much that much experience either with coding, and you can actually launch your own video app on the Joystream protocol, which is again really nice to see. And you can see they've got 4 steps here, super easy and simple to follow. And yeah, I mean, I believe that Joystream is only going to get bigger in the future as we start to see, like I said, more and more platforms start to censor different creators and stuff, and people are going to start to get sick of it, and they're going to start to look for other different apps, maybe even come onto the crypto space and look for decentralized apps where they don't have any fear of actually being censored. So yeah, you can see here they've also got a little bit of a few statistics on how big Gleave actually is so far. 1.6 million videos already on Gleave. User engagement over 28,000, over 30,000 channels already, and creator awards almost at $20,000, 68,000 profiles. And yeah, it's just, these are a few different statistics showing how fast Gleave is actually growing. I mean, if you go back to my other videos about Joystream, you will see every time you go on a different video, I believe I show these little statistics, and you can see how fast Gleave and Joystream is actually growing. I mean, it's literally growing by hundreds every single day, and of course, I believe it's only going to get even bigger in the future. So what is my personal price prediction on Joystream? So like I said, of course, I believe, in my opinion, I'm bullish on Joystream. I believe that it does still have some good amount of potential in the future. Only thing that I would like to say, a little bit of critique about Joystream, is I would like to say that maybe they need to spend a bit more money on marketing, get their name out there a bit more. Maybe also change the sort of layout of Gleave, because I believe Gleave does still look a little bit outdated. It still is a bit clunky. Of course, I believe this will come with time. Of course, when YouTube first launched, like many years ago, of course that was also clunky. And then over the years, of course, it's been fine-tuned to what it actually is today. That is, of course, always going to happen. It happens with every new product or new service that comes onto the market. It's going to take time to actually get better and better until it's actually fully, very usable for the end user. But yeah, I am bullish about Joystream. I believe, in my opinion, that Joystream has a lot of potential. I mean, Also, the fact that the market cap for Joystream is still so low. Like I said, if we look at the chart and you see this horrible red number, this negative number, and you look at the all-time and see it's down 40%, this could actually be a silver lining, because this actually could be a great opportunity to buy Joystream right now. Like I said, we might not ever see this, you might not ever see Joystream this low of a market cap and this low of a price ever again. So, this could be a little bit of FOMO for many people. But yeah, my personal prediction, I would say that, Joystream could definitely, or not definitely, but it could, I believe, conservatively do a 5 to 10x in the next coming years, all dependent on, if we do actually go back into a bull run, and also if the team are still going to push and, adapt and really get Joystream marketed out there, get the marketing for Joystream good and get Joystream's name out there, because that is basically all it needs really right now, I believe, is it needs to get its name out there, because a lot of people have never even heard about Joystream and will continue to not hear about Joystream just from the fact that it isn't being marketed correctly. So apart from that, guys, I'd like to thank you very much for watching the video. Let me know what you think about Joystream in the comment section down below. Are you already invested into Joystream? Are you going to invest, or is it a no-go for you? If you did enjoy the video, make sure you do hit the like button, and if you are new around here, make sure you do hit the subscribe button as well. Apart from that, I'll see you guys in the very next video. Peace.